Welcome back, everyone, to episode 16 of my Bloodborne lore play. Don't mind Lady Victoria. She was just having a nice picnic in the Lumenwood Garden among the flowers and piles of dead bodies. I would assume these aren't normal people. These were probably the remains of the failed experiments that they were conducting in the research hall, but I don't know if there's any conclusive evidence on that. But anyway, let's go ahead and pick back up where we left off in the last episode, where we were trying to take down Lady Maria. Hopefully, this won't be a full 2-hour episode of just me fighting one boss. That would be quite ridiculous. Whoa! Ouch! Oh boy. Come on. Give me a gap here. No, no, no. Oh, come on. Not a great start. Gotcha. Ah. Ow! You jerk. Didn't add up to anything, but I did stop her attack. Ah, come on. Ouch! Let's back away a little bit. I really gotta get the timing on that double swing, because that is a perfect parry window. Oh, come on, get in there. Ah, I missed my chance. Ouch. Uh-oh, this could be trouble. Or not. Oh, come on! I missed another one. Dodge! Oh, good dodge. Ah, crap. Gotcha this time. Big hit. Oh, come on. 2 in a row. Uh-oh. Another big hit coming. Back away! Oh, nice timing. Ah, not good timing there. Health up. Oh, come on. I keep getting him. Some blood. Too early. Nope. I got her. It's over. Whew. This is the fight I was expecting to be a 2-hour slog, not Lawrence. The fights that work in your favor versus the ones that don't never make sense. All right, so for her death, we get 2 things. We got a lantern. Gonna pop that. And the celestial dial. So we are in what is referred to as the, not the celestial, but the astral clock tower. What that means is it's used to tell the different positions of, constellations. And in theory, I would assume this would be the precursor to an actual clock, which I don't know if we've seen any of in the game so far. But let's go ahead and take a look at the item we just picked up. It is Not that. Where is it? Celestial dial. There we go. A celestial dial that functions with the giant astral clock in the Grand Cathedral. When the dial is held up toward the astral clock, the clock will come to life and reveal a secret to its curious interloper. So Lady Maria was here for two reasons. Number one, she was entrusted with the responsibility of being the caretaker for the research hall and the patients within, which is why all of the patients seem to refer to her in a positive manner. They were always asking her, odd questions related to their experiments and the notion that they were both hearing water as a result of all the substances they were exposed to, not only the brain fluid that we were collecting, but as I theorized in the last episode, they were being treated with something tainted, most likely water of some kind. And also she was meant to guard whatever is behind this clock that we are about to approach and engage. And you can see there is a symbol very similar to another rune that we have been picking up. Let's go ahead and look at it. Look at that. All of these deep sea runes are a series of branching tendrils or arms reaching up to the sky. And you look at the bottom of the clock here, you see that pointed in the other direction, pointed down. I don't know if there's an equivalent one at the top. I don't see one. And it doesn't look like any other positions on this clock have any associated runes. All right, so I got to stand right here and do it. Now a passage opens. So this is the secret that not only Lady Maria and many of the church hunters, but also high-ranking members of the Healing Church did not want us to know about. Not even just the Healing Church. Byrgenwerth didn't want anyone to know about. As I had mentioned in a previous episode, you can see ship masts jutting up from the water here. And presumably the wreckages of ships. And we had seen in other dream realms, not only the Hunter's Dream, but the Nightmare Frontier, in the distance, bodies of water with what looked like ship masts raising out of the water. And here they are again. Either side. I won't say for certain that this is what's causing them. This may not necessarily be the main source of them. And look at that. You look down below. What do we see? Buildings. It looks like the Grand Cathedral almost. Almost like this is a layer of a dream directly above perhaps the waking world. We're about to hear an audio trigger here any second now. Lead elixir. More of these buildings. I don't know if there's anything super obvious. The main one probably would have been back there as what looked like the High Cathedral. This almost looks like the building here would be Uden Chapel. I don't know if that's 100% certain. See over there, Let's see if we got the monocular equipped. Looks like a body laid to rest inside of a ship, just cast out to the sea. These presumably are burial mounds, but they also look an awful lot like something else that we had already picked up at some point. They kind of look like mollusk shells or seashells, nautilus shells. They also kind of look like the empty shells of phantasms. A little bit of both. Another body set inside a boat.
Blasphemous murders, blood-crazed fiends. Atonement for the wretches, by the wrath of Mother Goss. Mercy for the poor wizened child. Mercy. Oh, please.
This is unlike any other person we've seen in the entire game to this point.
Atonement for the wretches. Lay the curse of blood upon them and their children and their children's children forevermore. Each wretched birth and plunge each child into a lifetime of misery. Mercy for the poor wizened child. Let the pungence of Cos cling like a mother's devotion. Atonement for the wretches. Lay the curse of blood upon them and their children, each wretched.
Okay, I don't think he says anything new there. So, what we can gather from that interaction with him is that there was a child, let me get away from him so he doesn't keep talking, of some kind named Cos, and Byrgenwerth, they specifically called out the school of Byrgenwerth, came here and did something, either to Cos or the child. The child may be Cos, but I don't know if they make it obvious in the text there. And it also sounds like the curse that he's talking about is this nightmare realm we find ourselves in. So it's potentially him or someone else who created the nightmare realm that we are within. This isn't one of the experiments that Byrgenwerth or the Healing Church or even the School of Mensis may have engaged in. Sorry, I'm trying to find the Hunter's Lantern that I know is around here somewhere. We're now in the fishing hamlet. Look at that thing. You also get some of the statues that you had seen scattered all over the grounds of the Healing Church, these weird, limbless, almost curled beasts of some kind. And this is a very important site. You have a corpse hanging upside down with its arms bound. I think we talked about this in the episode when we went through Old Yharnam. That is the mark of the hunter. A body hanging upside down. In case of the hunter's mark, you usually see the head, but in this case, the head was removed. And you can see it crawling with what you would assume are maggots. Alright, so we want to go back just to get some blood vials. So I only have 9 left, and this is going to be a very tough area. This is the last area of the DLC. Alright, and also, while we're here, our reward for defeating Lady Maria was some new equipment, which I believe you find in this shop here, not in the main shop down below. And there it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and buy all of that. I should have enough insight. And we didn't get the weapon, but there is a specific reason for that. We will hopefully get it before the end of this episode. I can't make any promises because the act of getting that one particular weapon is extremely difficult, so I will not be surprised if we fail to do so. Maria Hunter Cap. Among the first hunters, all students of Gehrman, was the Lady Hunter Maria. This was her hunter's cap, crafted in Cainhurst. So as I had mentioned in the previous episode, she had the distinctive features of the inhabitants of Cainhurst, the long, lanky features, very pale skin, and that is because they are the direct descendants of the Tumerians. Maria is distantly related to the undead queen, but had great admiration for Gehrman, unaware of his curious mania. Now, what is this curious mania they're speaking of? This doll. Long, lanky features, pale skin, silver hair. Gehrman made this doll to look like Maria because he was, in fact, in love with her. Perhaps obsessively so. What do I mean by obsessively so? Well, early in the game, he tells you that you can use whatever in the workshop you would like, including the doll. He means having sex with the doll.
Moments ago, from some place, perhaps deep within, I sensed a liberation from heavy shackles. Not that I would know. How passing strange.
A little bit of flavor dialogue from the doll. Of course, the reason why she says all that is because she is a replica of Maria, and Maria is someone that we freed from the bounds of the nightmare by slaying her. So the doll, in kind, also feels that she has somehow been freed. So let's go ahead and put on that equipment. I don't know if there's any new information in the other pieces, but we'll look at them real quick. Nothing there. Nothing there. And then probably nothing on the last one. Yeah, nothing there. But now we get a cool looking outfit to wear into the final area of the game. Or the DLC, rather. We're not quite at the end of the game. We're getting close. We are making very good progress now. And we might top off some blood here. I want 69 of these bad boys. We may use all of them. Oh no! I won't get the full allotment. That's too bad. I would say that's enough bullets for now. And again, we can always farm for more if we need it. Alright, so let's make our way back up here. Head to the fishing hamlet. There's no benefit to killing that gentleman walking back and forth there. He's not going to hurt anyone walking around on his own, and there is no significant piece of equipment, as far as I know, that he carries if you kill him, so...
Curse here, curse there. A curse for he and she. White hair. A bottomless curse. A bottomless sea. Source of all greatness. All things that be. Listen for the baneful chants. Weep with them as one in trance. And weep with us. Oh, weep with us.
So he gives us the Accursed Brew. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at that. It's another one of the useful, or reusable arcane items, rather. Let's back away from him so we don't have the dialogue playing over top of what I'm saying. Alright. Accursed Brew. Skull of a local from the violated fishing village. The inside of the skull was forcibly searched for eyes, as evidenced by innumerable scratches and indentations. No wonder the skull became stewed in curses. They who offer baneful chants weep with them as one in trance. So if it wasn't clear during the episode where we actually made it all the way through the fishing village, the hunters of Byrgenwerth, ostensibly, this may have all occurred before the Healing Church even existed, went to the village, and again, in perhaps response to the deformed nature of these people, perhaps because of Master Willem's epiphany on the necessity for eyes on the inside in order to evolve as a species, they decided that these people needed to be used for materials to gain those eyes on the inside, and were literally killing them trying to find eyes. He's fine on his own. No reason to hurt him. Now, there is something we want to look at, but we'll do that after I finish this guy off. Hopefully they didn't all disappear. Ah, shoot, they did. Well, no, they didn't. Alright, so let's take a look at these. So those are not fish. They're long bodies with little tendrils coming out of their mouths. And there's tons of them inside of barrels all over the place in this area. Everywhere you roll, you're going to find these big, fat... Don't even know what to call them. At least not yet. Some blood. Probably going to have a few more enemies jump out at us. Here we go again. More bodies. Not hung up this time. Covered in maggots. You can hear people talking inside these huts. but nothing in particular that we can make out as far as I know. More of the little slugs. We may take this area slow, simply because there's a lot of tough enemies to fight, and also it's going to be very lore-rich. This is going to be a very important area to get as much as we can out of. Making short work of these guys, but they can do a ton of damage if they hit you. And not to mention, there's going to be some enemies that don't just attack with spears, they actually use magic. Up ahead. Let's take our time. Look at that. It's got little fish hooks, I would guess is what those are. Not sure. Some up above. I'll probably circle back to a stairwell somewhere up ahead. Alright, so this is going to be a very dangerous area up ahead. A lot of enemies that are all going to come attacking at once. Big swing! We may want to put on some antidote. I don't know if that's what we need or the sedative. Got the sedative. Alright, good. Should be alright for now. Believe that came out of the well itself, which raises all kind of interesting questions about what exactly is producing those. Oh no, there's a person there. Ow! So one hit did almost half my damage, or half my health and damage. So we want to get that lady out of there quick. Alright, she's dead. No more curse faces coming out. Alright, so we're going to be attacked very soon by something very, very dangerous. In that direction right there. Let's go back here, make sure we didn't miss anything here. I think we were just in here. We were. Alright, so nothing there. There's a reason he's not attacking. He's trying to goad us into a trap. And I don't want to placate him. I annoy him if I can. Alright, keep standing there. The value of having arcane build for your characters is if you need a range attack. Yep, there he is. Oh, that may be the first time I've ever done this. Wing and a prayer. I had no idea that would work. Oh, okay, big boy. Uh-oh, I think I may have died. I got greedy! Okay. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on! Get him. There we go. He's dead. That is among one of the hardest non boss enemies in the entire game. Give you plenty of blood in this area because they know you're going to be struggling. So, this is a trap as well. If you look up above, I think there are going to be some enemies that throw Molotovs at you, but maybe not. I might be thinking of a different area. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Tricky, tricky. Plenty of rich sources of cold blood in this area because this is one of the late areas of the game. They kind of expect you to come to this after you've finished most of the main storyline. We did it out of order because I think there is some value in the content that you can find before you get to this point. I'll put a little more context in what's been going on and why we dislike the School of Byrgenwerth as much as we dislike the Healing Church. Because I think at this point it almost seems like, up to this point at least, most of what you would disapprove of has been the work of the Healing Church. And while Byrgenwerth had done some bad things, we didn't really have any clear definition of what those bad things were. Good job, idiots. You killed yourselves. Hey! Okay, yeah, haha. Very funny game. So I was saying before I got lost is, yeah, I do think there is some value in seeing what exactly Byrgenwerth did that was so awful that it resulted in the creation of a nightmare. I mean, we are in an actual nightmare realm that was the result of someone else's misdeeds. Alright, good. Let's go upstairs. Whew, it's going to look like I didn't need the blood if this keeps up. Whee! Alright, so this is done. Let's go ahead and back out. Hello. And that should be the last of the Molotov chuckers that were up top. That almost sounds like a curse. Molotov chuckers. You stupid Molotov chucker. So this is how you get back up to the second floor. Those rooms that we were in before, and we could see an item that was out of reach. And also a quick shortcut back from the lantern, so now we don't have to go through all that other stuff. I don't know if I had been terribly astucious in the previous playthroughs of this game and finding that ladder. I think I tended to just run the gauntlet. It's not a bad way to get experience if you're not into using the areas where you cheat. Hello. Ooh, nice try. Anyone else? I can get the visceral on that. That's all right. Not a big deal. But he was hacking at a hunter who had the harrowed garb. Now you'll recognize that we had already seen the harrowed hunter at some point, so clearly someone had not survived. That may not be the harrowed hunter, but it was someone who was wearing harrowed garb. Let's go ahead and find it. There we go. Certain church hunters obfuscate their identities and slip into the nooks and crannies of the city. This is the garb that allows these harrowed individuals to go unnoticed. These hunters are keen to early signs of the scourge, serving as a first line of defense against its outbreak. Or perhaps, when the time is ripe, they find signs of the scourge where there are none. Just goes to show the corner beggar is not always who he seems. So again, as one of the items here, I believe it's this one, the Black Church set, tells you that the church was apt to disposing of potential victims of the scourge before signs of the sickness would even manifest itself. So it almost seems like people who were troublesome to the Healing Church's mission were deemed victims of the scourge without ever actually showing symptoms. And they would do so by just sneaking individuals into the cities, or into the streets rather, and then just spying on them. And doing so in ramshackle, rags almost. So now we look kind of like the harrowed hunter that we had seen before. So the question is, if this is what he was wearing, does this mean that he is spying? And if he is spying, is he spying on us? Let's see an item up there that we'll come back to. That is the path we want to go, at least in the future. For now, there is one other area we want to go to. We want to go down the well. Now this may end up being a terrible mistake, and I don't do it more than once or twice. You hear that? Sounds like there might be a winter lantern down here somewhere. And also something grunting and growling. You can see it right there on the left. Bad news. He's got a anchor as a weapon. Worse news, he's not alone. Ow! And these guys get a ton of hits in. And I'm dead. Yeah. Oh, look who it is. And he's got my souls. So we can fight this one for a while, but I think if we move too far away, the other one's going to drop down on us. Oh, I got the stagger. Look at that. Let's see if we can do that again. Oh my goodness. I didn't get the timing on that though. There is a reason for fighting these guys. This is definitely an optional fight, but one of them carries a very important item that you want. It adds some important lore significance to the game. Probably won't end up using it, but it is a weapon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, these fights are so tough. Ah, I got him. Oh, not in time. I got him this time. I rolled right into it. Ah, the other one jumped down. I mean, I wasn't doing too bad on the one, but man. Unfortunately, that wasn't the last of those big shark boys. There's at least one more coming up in the next area. A thunk. Ooh. Look at this. A fish dog. Oh, crap. Okay, come on, come on. Quit dodging. You're a dog, you shouldn't be dodging. Alright, we're almost done with these guys. Close gap. There we go. I think charging this one will incur the wrath of another one of those big shark guys. I too can play at that game, guys. So we may just bum rush that to try to get to her quickly and get her out of the way. There we go. And there he is. And you can see he gets hits on me even if that's not terribly fair. Oh, come on. Get in there. Get in there. Yeah, I got my blood back. That should have counted. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't get it. Alright, that's fine. Oh, so close. Don't let him kill you now. Oh, so close. Don't die. He was so close. I just needed a chance to heal and I couldn't get it. Oh, I missed my chance. Oh, come on. Jeez. It would be frustrating if I didn't expect this to be a nightmare trying to get past these guys. Ouch! Ouch! Stop it! Nope. Don't want to fight you. Not yet. Not until I get rid of this lady. Owie. I can't move. Oh no. Where? What the? Oh! He's persistent, I'll give him that. Alright, now we can explore this area. Some oil urns. Oh, he's coming back. And now we can finally find out what's here. Bloodstone chunk. So that was worth the pickup, even if it took me several deaths to get to it. I don't think you can get into any of these huts. Oh, I missed it again. Get in there. All right. I don't like how we've been leaving this off, sir. Nope. Come on. Oh, no. No, no, no. This is bad. Bad, bad, bad. I need to play with his ability to hit me. do a little this. And hit him. There we go. It's not going to be a winning strategy. Huh. This might be. Let him keep swinging at nothing. Oh! Come on. You can't keep doing that, dude. You gotta run out of stamina eventually. The game does not follow its own rules for stamina use. Big swing. I need a big slow swing. Like that, yes. There we go. Uh-oh. God, big swing. There we go. Big swing. Big swing. Look at that. He almost got me that time. Big swing again. Thank you. So many big swings out of you. Oh, big swing. And finish him off. There we go. Whew. You better give me some blood for that. Thank you. Yeah. You can see through the windows. There's going to be an area down below that we'll be going to eventually. Almost certainly part of a fish cultivating area. You can see piles of the fish down there. And any time now, we're going to have an uninvited guest. But first, a grave. Quite unlike many of the other areas in the game where there's tons and tons of graves laying all over the place, we have a single gravestone here with a lumen flower. And there is a reason for that. This, most likely, is the Waking World's version of the final resting place of Lady Maria. As you can see in the dream, she had committed suicide. And unfortunately, because she was in the nightmare when she attempted it, she was unsuccessful because hunters who get trapped in the nightmare are unable to escape it. With one exception being myself. Uh-oh. Not trapped, am I? There we go. I hear a voice. Somewhere. Oh. There he is.
Afraid I've made a botch of things. Oh, I can hear the bell now. The beast-eyed assassin. He's after me. Again. And again. It never ends. Please. I need you to do something. This village is the true secret. Testament to the old sins. It feeds this hunter's nightmare. Please, bring to an end the horror. So our forefathers sinned. We hunters cannot bear their weight forever. It isn't fair. It just isn't fair.
So that was the harrowed hunter. And he, much like myself now, were not prisoners of the Hunter's Nightmare, or at least I wasn't. We had come here to try to end it. So now my task is laid out before me. I need to try to find a way to end the Hunter's Nightmare. Nothing there. Can't go that way for now. That's a shortcut. Much like this. Alright, so we're going to run back real quick just to get some blood vials, because we are a little low, and some bullets. He also gave us a warning. As I said, we were going to have an uninvited guest showing up in the game world at some point here. It's going to be the beast-hide assassin that he was speaking of. Also, let me make sure I'm topped off on bullets and blood. Get some bullets. Or get some blood, rather. Dump the rest into bullets. Good to go. We got some bloodstone chunks, but I don't know if they're going to be terribly valuable to me at this point. We might dump it into the Tonitrus. Tonitrus is always a good weapon to build, too. And let's see what I need for cold blood. Let's use one of these. That should be fine. More than enough. Yep, I should have enough to do one more level of Tonitrus. Alright. And no runes to speak of to buff what we have. Now, we got 2 items from him that we haven't looked at just yet. We got the... I believe it was this. Was this the one? We'll take a look at it, just in case. Yep, this is the one. Key to the inner chamber of the cell below the Grand Cathedral. The innermost chamber of the underground cell holds a lone madman. He wears a beast hide and rings a bell that emits no sound. Unending death awaits those who can hear the soundless bell. So what that is the gentleman that we saw down in the bottom of the prison area below the Grand Cathedral in the Nightmare. He was holding a bell that he was trying to ring, but it was not making any sound. If we leave him alone, he will continue to invade our game through the next area. The only way to stop that is to actually go in there and I believe kill him. If I'm not mistaken on that. Okay, so we're back, and yes, I can finish him off in his jail cell to prevent what will happen in the next area of gameplay. He does invade in 4 very specific spots. If you defeat him all 4 times, he drops a piece of his set, his clothing set. However, if you choose to fight him down in the prison area, you will stop the invasions from happening, and when you get to the areas where he would normally invade, you'll just find a corpse with the items that he would normally drop. So this will just be a way to short-circuit his little trap that he's going to try to set. Now the question would obviously become, why is he attacking us at all? Well, we're encroaching into an area where there is a lot of forbidden knowledge that, you know, high-ranking members of the church are the only people who are permitted to know, and we're trying to end the nightmare, and even though he's in prison, he may still be a devout member of either the Scholars of Byrgenwerth or the Healing Church, so he doesn't want that information getting out. He also is an assassin, so maybe it's just in his nature to try to attack people. Yep, there's that bell. And here he is. That didn't hit. Weird. Get some blood. Oh, I know what was happening there. He was drinking lead elixir. So our hits are kind of bouncing off of him because he's buffed his defense. Of course, it does wear off eventually, and I'm going to beat him. This is one of the 4 summons. So that was not the one we wanted to kill. See, there's the item that he would give us. But we want to take him out. We don't want to take out his summons. As easy as they are to kill. The real target is Brador.
Look who's here. Welcome to my quarters. I've never entertained a guest before. Are you going to kill me?
I think you know the answer, buddy.
You don't kill me. As if to right your wrongs. What is it? Aren't you going to kill me? Or perhaps beg my forgiveness? Well, leave off. What's done is done.
Oh, we're taking you out, buddy. See if he has anything else to say before I attack.
What is it?
Nope. Alright. Alright, jerk.
Changes. Such is the nature of man.
It's probably meant to be a commentary on the fact that we think we're better than the hunters, but we're doing nothing more than the same blood-frenzied work that they were doing, killing each other once the blood-drunk euphoria took over and they were no longer capable of discerning right from wrong. Except he was going to continue to invade me in the fishing hamlet unless I got rid of him. So let's take a look at his weapon. Bloodletter. The demented hunter weapon brandished by Brador, the Healing Church assassin. The bloodletter assumes its true and terrifying form after it draws upon blood from the inner reaches of one's body and soul. This is the only effective means of expelling tainted blood, or so Brador, isolated in his cell, continued to believe. So, he was the church assassin. He was the one who went out and attacked and killed enemies of the Healing Church. Not beasts, necessarily, but anyone who threatened their status.
Colored by blood, but always clear with proud under beasts are only.
So I think what I did wrong in the previous episode where I was hoping for help against Maria and or the living failures, I think you're supposed to kill this guy, so put him out of his misery. And we get his garb. So we have a couple of different sets we can put on here, but we'll take a look at the one that we just got first. Yharnam Hunter Hat. A standard hunter's hat worn by Yharnam the Wanderer. This hat and staff were given to him when he became a hunter and confederate of the League. Ooh. So he was a member of the League. And it may not be at the bottom. Here it is. Yep. The khaki Haori. Garb of a distant eastern land worn by Yharnam the Wanderer. This eastern warrior pursued a beast of honorable revenge, then became a hunter of the League. But when he stared straight into impurity, it drove him mad. Which I'm starting to think is just a running theme for members of the League, is eventually they see something they shouldn't and just go banana bonkers. I don't know if this is what he was wearing. Might have been. Old hunter armbands. Old hunter armbands worn tightly prevent infection from the scourge. Of course, the idea that the scourge was infectious was pure hearsay. So we're going to put that on just in case. I don't think there was anything else. We'll probably see it somewhere if there is. Nope, that was definitely it. All right, and then the pants are like a wine, some wine theme. Wine hakama. Garb of a distant eastern land worn by Yharnam. This eastern warrior pursued a beast of honorable revenge, yada yada yada. So, alright. So now this is our look. Except we picked up another item that we want to look at as well, which was a hood. Brador's testimony. The scalp of a horrible cleric beast, indicating that Hunter Brador, a Healing Church assassin, had killed a compatriot. Afterward, he wore his ally's own scalp and hid himself away, deep below in a cell. The church provided him with a single, soundless bell of death to ensure their secrets would be kept. So, even though he had secluded himself away in the jail cell of his own volition, the church wanted him to continue their work, clandestine as it was, to silence anyone who might have given away secrets of the Healing Church, and provided him with the means to invade other people. So he may have been mad, but he was certainly still capable of doing the work that the Healing Church wanted him to do. And that may also be why he felt so sanctimonious about a hunter killing another hunter. Because he knew. Yeah, let's do this. We'll go back to the dream. We'll head to the lantern and the fishing hamlet that we unlocked in the lighthouse and continue on. Oh, we were going to put on the scalp because it's funny. Okay. Ta-da! It's a very cool looking hat. Alright. We're making progress. Believe it or not. Oh, we never looked at Simon's bow blade. We'll take a quick peek at that. It's an interesting weapon. I feel like you could say that about everything in this game, but... Simon's bow blade. Choice weapon of Simon, one of the first Healing Church hunters. Simon despised firearms, and so the church workshop had this specially fashioned to his liking. The large curved blade serves as a bow when transformed. But aside from a few close friends, Simon was scoffed at for his choice of arms. For who would dare face the beasts with a measly bow? So this weapon serves two purposes. One, you can use it as just a sword that you would normally equip as a one-handed weapon. When you transform it, you can use it as a ranged attack. And I believe it uses blood, not blood, but quicksilver bullets, just like any other weapon. So it's one of those, if you want to put a shield or, the Fist of Gradia in one of your hands, you can still have the means to do ranged attacks with your main weapon. Alright, anyway. Can't go that way. And here we go. Kin Coldblood. This late stage in the game, Kin Coldblood, I believe, is, or at least level 10 of Kin Coldblood, is the most experience you'll get from a single item. Okay, where am I supposed to go? Is it out here? I think it is. Around the corner? Yes, here we go. Alright. Nothing back there. We're going to start seeing some people doing some pretty awful attacks using lightning. So we may be in trouble here if we get ganged up on. I believe this is the second spawn point for Brador, so you get here. Yep, there's his armbands. Take a look at those. Bloodied armbands. Brador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. Most of the blood stains on this hide were from that day. So now we get his bloody bandages as equipment. Again, a lot of the gear that you're going to find in this game is very much for show. The differences in the defensive qualities of everything that you find is usually pretty minor. A couple points here or there. Nothing that would significantly break the game one way or another. So let's go this way first. Hello. Big swing! See ya. I'll take that experience, thank you. You see more of those mollusk shells, the really big ones, kind of like the one that we saw containing a person fall from the sky in the Hunter's Nightmare, in the main area of the Hunter's Nightmare, up where the cathedral is. So we want to be sneaky with this guy, because if he sees us, he's going to start using a lightning attack. No! Crap! That sucked. I got caught on some geometry. A polygon said, "You shall not pass." Good news, we don't have to go very far. Also, we may want to explore the village down here a little bit more, because there are, I believe, the remaining parts of the Brador set down here, rather than in the caves that I was going through. We'll be back in that other area eventually. This almost seems like a trap. But I don't see any other fishmen getting ready to drop on me. Right up his cloaca. Assuming he has one. Hello. Goodbye. I'd say he knows I'm here. I'd say it also doesn't matter, because I got him. God, I really do love this hat. It's one of my favorites. Oh, careful. I want to clear the rooftops as much as possible before we go any further. Yep, you see me. I see you. And now I can take him on without you impeding. Bye-bye. I can probably get inside that area another way. We'll just go up here and search the house. An oogie boogie! Oh, you had to do it that way, didn't you? And look at him, he's just like chilling. Do I have something I can throw down there that would not hurt me, but hurt him for certain? Yep. Whoa. Secondary blast. Tertiary blast. Someone's throwing Molotovs now. That's my job. Oh, I don't want to do that yet. Let's go down where the Oogie Boogie dropped. We can fight the guy here. Oh, he fell through. Alright, got some blood. And what'd you get? Ooh, bloodstone chunks. Yummy, yummy. Maybe I can do this all spear up to 9. More bloodstone chunks. I'm swimming in them now. Alright, so we seem to have found the meeting spot for this gang of ruffians. Hey, what up, dog? Let's see if I can get the drop on him. Ah, missed. Alright, take 2. There we go. Ha ha. Hey, Joel, eat it. Uh-oh. Ah, this isn't gonna work. Owie! Uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. Get up the ladder! Go, 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 man! Ow! I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to shake this one off. That's impressive. Like a torso version of Phineas Gage. I'm still alive, I'm just emotionally distraught all the time. Aha, jerk. Gotcha. No, 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 bad dog. Ah, you and your screaming. Bad dog. Nope. I better get some blood for all this. Eh. It'll help the Tonitrus, but that's not what I wanted. There we go. Well, that wasn't so bad, now was it? More blood. Alright, one of these shacks is going to have the third encounter that we have not seen yet. Aw, man. Ooh, more bloodstone chunks. I'm gonna be rife with them by the end of all this. That's interesting. He didn't even really have a head anymore. It's just a bunch of barnacles. Might not have noticed that was the case with all of them, but you'll note that their transformations have become pretty acute. More bodies. Hey, careful, I don't want to step off here. Unfortunately, even though you can see another layer of the world below, we can't actually get to those. Jumping through the water here would just kill me. It wouldn't actually result in any meaningful traversal of the realms. Aha! Beast-hide garb. So this is the third encounter that we avoided. The bloodied hide of a horrible cleric beast pulled over the back. Without the attached beast hide, this foreign garb wouldn't raise anyone's eyebrows. Brador donned a compatriot's beastly scalp and hide while still moist with blood. Most of the blood stains on this hide were of that day. Yep. Okay. So now we have the full accompaniment minus the pants. We will probably find them somewhere, but they won't have nearly as much detail as the hood and then the main torso piece. What do you get? More cold blood. And I'm not certain, but I believe the final piece may be down below in the fish hatchery. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. I think I see something on the other side of the hut. I'd go around the back if I can. Maybe I'm around the other side? I might have to drop to it. There we go. Right here. It's another blood gem. It wouldn't hurt to check them out right before we go into the final boss fight in this area, just to make sure I don't have any blood gems that would benefit me right now that we could use. It's possible. Alright, so let us make our way back upstairs. I think we're done here. This will probably be the fastest way, I believe. Depending on how long it takes to finish this last bit before we get to the final boss arena, we may have to do 1 or 2 tries against the boss, and then if we don't beat him, we'll call it an episode and come back in 17. This has been a longer series than I thought it would be. I thought it would go pretty quickly, and to be honest, early on it did go very fast. But once I started running into enemies that were more adequately leveled for the skill that I have in the game, that's when I started running into trouble. Certain bosses I would take down in one shot. Sometimes it would take maybe more than one, and I would just kind of flail at them and beat them after a second or third try. And then we ran into the blocker fight for the series, which was Lawrence. Surprise, surprise. An enemy that I usually didn't have that much trouble beating, and this time he just kind of wiped the floor with me. I think sometimes it's based on the weapons that you're using. You use different weapons, they have different timing for the attacks, and sometimes that timing does not jibe well with whatever your enemy is and how fast their attacks are. See if I can trick him again. Save. Hey, yeah, my blood. What up, clam digger? Yeah. I think that's what they are. Not, I said fish hooks earlier. I think that's It's for clam digging. You use it in mud. Scoop up clams. Alright, try not to get caught on the geometry this time. Progress! Hey, I'll take more bolt gems. I can use those on the Tonitrus in theory. If they're any good. I suppose if they're garbage, it wouldn't really help me any. Shortcut! Important thing to keep in mind, because we have not encountered it yet, but there was a winter lantern hiding somewhere. We know it was somewhere near the well, and if we go back this direction long enough, eventually we will get back to that area. So we're not out of the woods with that character just yet. Shortcut. This one's actually meaningful. We're getting chased. Ow, he got me. Alright. We got 2 spellcasters there. And they're already attacking. So get it done. Alright. Ow! Some blood. Thought I saw a ladder. I did see a ladder right here. So that'll lead down into the hatchery. Or it could just be a storage place, but I believe this was meant to be a hatchery because you could see eggs right there. Or roe, if you will. I don't know if that's appropriate for what they're catching down here. Alright, don't get sloppy! Oh! Wow, how are these guys not dead? Thank you. Why are you so tough? They're getting stronger. Alright, so only one way to go from here, and that's down the ladder. I don't think there's any other passage we can go up here. We have to drop down to the lower part to get any further. More eggs. So tons of these little... They almost look like squids, but if the squid was 99% head and like 1% the little tentacles. Hello. These guys hit hard, so you gotta be careful. No. Had to play a hunch. Didn't work. Bears mentioning that these creatures are very similar to the one that dropped out of the sky in the earlier section of the Hunter's Nightmare. because this is so late in the game, we're starting to get some blood gems in high quantities for a reward. Let's see if any of them are actually of any value. Poor man's gem. Yeah, you got to be near death in order to use these. Also, they are waning gems, which for the most part you only find in the slots for those. You only find them later in the game when you go into the Chalice dungeons. There are unique variants of all the weapons that you find in the game. They're usually called Lost or Arcane or something like that. Uncanny, that's what the other one was. We don't need to fight these. But I'm a monster. I don't want to kill them. So these are obviously very unusual creatures that we're encountering. We're encountering, you know, women that seemingly are housed within, I've been saying clam shells, or not nautilus shells, but almost more appropriate would be, well, no, I guess nautilus shells would be correct. But they're humanoid. And as far as I know, mermaids are not real. And they're swimming in deformed squid, almost sea slug type creatures that are here in just huge quantities. So the question that we should be asking is, where are these things coming from? The answer is pretty simple. There is something nearby that is influencing the nature of these creatures, and that is potentially our quarry. Should have enough to level up my other weapon now to 9. Got tons and tons of blood chunks at this point. I don't know if there was anything else we're missing. I think I curled in there from this platform. Ladder right there. Yep. Okay, so we can keep going this way for now. I believe at some point you get all the way back over there. Like this goes in a big circle, and we can come back to that side eventually. Honestly, these almost, besides the lore implications of their existence, seems like a reward for all the nonsense you have to suffer to get to this area. Congratulations on surviving all of the challenges that we've thrown at you thus far. Here's a bunch of easy Nautilus ladies that you can slaughter with impunity. Another one of those slugs. Another bloodstone chunk, yummy. And a pit that I think you have to drop into from above. No? Oh, whoa! Leaping lizards. She jumped out of her shell. Another bloodstone chunk. This area is just rife with them. Also heard something clomping around nearby, which is going to be trouble for us eventually. Well, we've got something important this way that we want to find. One of these ladies unmoored from her home in the shell. Fortunately, that shell is also her primary protection, so coming after me is not going to serve her much help. Yep. You can see their lower body is no longer limbs. It's just like a tail. I won't say it's a fish tail because that looks more like a serpent tail, but I mean everything in this area is basically fish, so. Alright, so we're gonna have to run in there quick. Hit hard. And get out of there. Owie! There we go. Get out! Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, a level 11 Kin Coldblood. So down there, if I'm not mistaken, that little center chamber there, you see the ladder to it, is leads us down to the final boss. But before we get that far, I hear a certain familiar chant coming around the corner here. See her. Ah, bloody trousers. So now we have the final piece of the set that belonged to Brador. And something very strange down there. So that is our final destination. That is where we want to end up at the end of this episode. I had forgotten that you have an overlook of that area. I came in this way, didn't I? I think. Maybe not. Yeah, so we just walked in a big circle. So let's go back this way. As we want to get to that lower area, we'll drop into it right here. Whee! And that right there is what we want to engage. Yoink! As that will lower a shortcut for us. To the top, please. And here we go. So now we have a shortcut back to the lighthouse lantern. We're almost done in this area. We have just a few more things we want to take care of. Kin Coldblood. I don't think this leads anywhere. Nope. You never know. Alright, so we have one major path we can take at this point, and then also there's a ladder right there that leads down, and if I'm not mistaken, this leads to the final area. Well, maybe not. Cursed Kin Hunter. Alright, so we're not worried about that. Let's get back up here. There it is. Alright, so you'll see that these fish women have absolutely no interest in my presence. Huge quantities of them, all bowing their heads in prayer to that. We're not done in this area just yet. We will be back here soon. But that is the final boss arena. First, we want to go find this winter lantern that is singing in the distance and take her out. Get her carefully guarded treasure. Uh-oh, she sees us. Break line of sight. So her frenzy build stacks when she's in direct line of sight of you. So 100 feet away, 10 feet away, doesn't matter. She'll still start the frenzy build. Uh-oh. Come on. This is nonsense. You should not be stacking it. I'm going to waste all my sedatives trying to get to her. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm dead. I'm dead. She got me. Oh, maybe not. All right, well, act quickly. Sedative? Oh, not fast enough. Where are you at? There you are. And go. Oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, they're double stacking me. Oh, there's two of them. Ah, crap. I'm dead. I'm not dead. I'm dead. I don't see the other one. Oh, there she is. Just kind of tucked away in a corner. All right, you see me. Uh-oh. Oh, she got me again. I just can't win with this. You're not going to keep doing that. And yes, you are. Damn it. I don't know what else I could do. There's really no way to prevent the frenzy from building. You just got to take your lumps. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Okay. I'm gonna take the frenzy damage. Alright, well. That was a idea, not a great one. Alright, can I get this at least? There we go. You keep walking that way! I'm almost out of sedative. This is not a winning strategy. Please leave me alone. Oh, Jesus. Are they both down there? Uh-oh. She knows I'm here. I gotta get one of these dead. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. Alright. Get away! Come on, finish her, finish her, finish her! Alright. Oh. Maybe better off just leaving the damage stack as is. Here's where we wanted to go. I want to beeline for that guy. He's the real threat. Oh! Owie! I think it's quite apropos that someone who spends most of their life in the water believes the best attack they can muster is a belly flop. It is the most dangerous of all the dives. Someone say there's dives where you actually like do handstands on the board and then kind of do a big spinning flip. No. Let's be honest. There is no bigger threat to your entire life than a belly flop. Especially if it's done really well, so you're nice and flat when you hit that water. I'm not saying you could die from a terminal case of pink belly. I'm just saying you don't want to die from a terminal case of pink belly. Rise and shine. One of you has what I want. I think it's up there. Oh! Who? Someone knows I'm here. Oh, he does. Fairly certain that some of the enemies in this game are merely ways to farm for supplies if you ever run out of blood or bullets. Belly flop! Alright, if I'm not mistaken, one of these has a very valuable resource. That ain't it. There it is! A blood rock. So that is the resource that you can get to upgrade your weapon for the final level, to go to level 10, which I will use on my saw cleaver since it is my best weapon. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. That other tunnel we did not finish, so we want to go back that way, although it may cost us trying to get to it. I don't think there's anything there, because I think this other tunnel will lead us back to an overlook for a couple of big shark jerks. There she is. Where'd she go? There she is. Uh-oh. Keep an eye on her, but not too sharp an eye on her. Alright, go. Hello. Oh, man, I might be done. I'll have to roll away. Roll, 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 roll. Roll. Alright, we'll try one more time. She knows I'm here. I know you're here. I keep saying she, but there is actually a male voice as part of that singing. Gotcha! Quick sedative? Nice. So we got 2 cursed blood gems, and hey, look at that! It's the 2 jerks. Okay, yeah, shut up. Get out of the way. That's what I was after, not you. So, here's our chance for a little bit of sweet revenge. This is not a winning strategy, but it is a strategy. If the game would let me hit him. Of course, it won't let me hit him. Wonder if I can peg him with a Molotov. The answer is going to be no. The game doesn't want me to do that. It wants me to fight him fair. And to that I say, screw you. I don't think that came even close. Landed on the ground. Maybe the trick. Let's see if I can hit him with this. Of course not. Why would the game let me do that? Alright, so anyway. So we got a boss we want to try to fight. If we beat it, awesome. If we don't, we'll come back in another episode. We've made significant progress, believe it or not, today. You can hear them chanting. So this is not only the source of the nightmare, what we're about to encounter. This is also the source of the experiments that were being conducted in the research hall. This is likely the epiphany that Master Willem, or the source of the epiphany that Master Willem experienced for creating eyes on the inside. What we're about to see down here. And also the benefactor of the entire fishing hamlet. So you'll note that the orphan of Cause, who we are now in the arena with, has no idea we're even here. It was born, looked up into the sky at the pupil of the blood-drunk hunter because it appears to know it's within a nightmare. And more importantly, as we have talked about in the past, as was revealed in some of the items, if this was in fact a great one, which it very likely was, it gave birth. The great ones are incapable of giving birth. The only way that this could have possibly happened was within the nightmare. So the orphan of Cause is very likely the nightmare itself. Uh-oh, he knows we're here. Ah, it's too late, run! Big swing! I'm assuming that is his placenta. Ouch! Big hit. Oh, come on. If I need the extra boost, I may go back to the Hunter's Stream to use the final upgrade material. I got caught on the rocks. I wasn't paying attention to the arena. Yet again, he's not interested in what we're doing. He's marveling at the location he finds himself in right now. Owie! Just out of curiosity, let's see if this does any different. Oh, 231 per hit with the other weapon. Ow! Oh, wow. Does way more damage. Almost 100 per hit. I'm dead. Alright, well, I know what we want to use here. The Tonitrus does the work. Alright. Come on. I don't want to fight on your mama's corpse. No, not doing much. Oh, you missed. I have no idea if you can parry him. You can! Oh, man. Never even tried it before. Sometimes when you're fighting bosses, you don't even think about that. You just don't try it. Uh-oh. No! Oh. Alright. I would love to keep trying and getting a tiny amount of progress on this boss, but I think this would be a good spot to stop for this particular episode. It would have been nice if we could have finished every single one of these with a fight against the boss, but the reality is, you know, these later areas are going to get very long, and a lot of our progress in the episodes is going to be just getting to the boss arena, not necessarily fighting them. So this is probably as good a spot or a good a time as any to go ahead and wrap up the episode. We've made it to the final boss of the DLC. This is going to be a tough fight, I imagine. I said the same thing about Maria, and then we beat her on the first or second try after we started this episode. But I do expect this one may be a real challenge, one that I may have to consider doing some leveling just to try to level the playing field. But that's going to do it for this episode of my long play. As always, I do appreciate all of you watching, and I will see you next time.